St. Vincent, my homeland, you gave me no mansion, no gold, no diamond, yet I love you a million for the things that you have to offer. Is more than my heart's desire. Lovely beach, tropical breeze, always there within my reach. I love you, St. Vincent, me sweet little island, St. Vincent. I love you, St. Vincent, home of the blessed St. Vincent. St. Vincent, St. Vincent, I love you. Can look at the sunrise.
Greetings from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Association of Massachusetts, Inc. On behalf of the executive team and our illustrious members, we want to wish all of our countrymen a happy 43rd Independence. My name is Janelle James, and I'm the president for the 2022 year and just newly elected to 2023. It has been my absolute pleasure to serve our community here in Massachusetts and our homeland, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Our organization celebrates its 27th year of operation this year, and I have no doubt that with our continued dedication to service, we will have many more successful years to support our Vincentian community here in Massachusetts and back home. As an organization, we strive to give back as much as possible to those that are in need. We place great emphasis not only on community building and cultural awareness, but also providing educational support to our youth. We all know that the future is theirs, and we want to do our part to ensure that more children who are in need receive the help needed to continue their secondary school education. Over the years, we have been able to help many students with a stipend and are so pleased to announce that this year we have added another component, support through mentorship. It is our goal that with continued financial support, we can also help even more students throughout the years as they transition to secondary school in St. Vincent and our high school students here in Massachusetts that are transitioning to university. Additionally, this year, we successfully launched a webinar series focusing on mental health in the Caribbean context. Recordings of these sessions can be found on our website, www.svgofmass.org. We will be rolling out more series in the following months. Please stay tuned and follow us on Facebook or on Instagram at SVGofMass. With that said, we are definitely a people of fortitude and resilience. And with the best support of community, I am certainly certain that we will be able to thrive even more as a full-body people there in St. Vincent and here in the diaspora. With wishing you all God's grace and mercy as we celebrate safely our 43rd years and many more. God bless St. Vincent.
Independence Day Message 2022. Resilience and Fortitude. By Dr. the Honorable Ralph E. Gonsalves, Prime Minister, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On October 27, 2022, St. Vincent and the Grenadines celebrates and commemorates the 43rd anniversary of its reclamation of independence from the British. In 1763, the British colonialists, without invitation or consent from our Kalinago and Garifuna forebears, assumed suzerainty of our country and commenced the consolidation of their conquest and settlement of exploitation. For the succeeding 216 years, save and except for a 4-year period of occupation by France between 1779 and 1783. British colonialism ruled the political roost in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. During this time, the British remade St. Vincent and the Grenadines in terms of its population mix, economic structures and relations, and political institutions. Large-scale genocide and forced deportations of the indigenous Kalinago and Garifuna people. The importation, between 1764 and 1807, of over 55,000 enslaved African bodies. The further importation of over 5,000 indentured servants, Portuguese from Madeira, free Africans, Indians, at various periods between 1845 and 1880, a comparatively small number of Anglo-Saxon Aravants from Britain and elsewhere. The swift incorporation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines into the vortex of global capitalism, and the evolution, over time, of a bundle of political institutions from pure crown colony government to a bastardized version of the Westminster, Whitehall model. Undoubtedly, huge legacies of underdevelopment arising from colonial overrule persist in, and shackle mightily the sustainable development of modern-day St. Vincent and the Grenadines. These terrible legacies and the limitations or weaknesses of our small island economy and adverse impacts of climate change severely hamper our nation's overall development. The commission of native genocide and the enslavement of African bodies have prompted the legitimate demand by the Caribbean community, including St. Vincent and the Grenadines, for reparations from the colonizer country. The theme for Independence Day, 2022, focuses on our people's resilience and fortitude. This thematic emphasis is apt given the extraordinary challenges of the past 2.5 years consequent upon the COVID-19 pandemic of March 2020, and continuing, the volcanic eruptions of April 2021, Hurricane Elsa of July 2, 2021, and the knock-on effects of the continuing and exacerbated global turmoil, inclusive of Russia's military aggression against Ukraine initiated on February 24, 2022. Objective assessments of the responses by the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to these extreme challenges have concluded that commendations are in order. Through bilateral and multilateral cooperation, the government has secured appropriate solidarity for immediate humanitarian and social safety net supports in addition to material resources for worthwhile capital projects in pursuance of sustainable development, inclusive of building a modern, competitive, many-sided post-colonial economy. Moreover, from its own resources, and in partnership with the private sector, the government has been a catalyst in accelerating socio-economic development. Further, and most importantly, the government, in communion with the people and non-governmental organization, has led the way in pursuit of a path of inclusive development consistent with equity and the ethical principles of fairness, justice, responsibility, and responsiveness. In the deep valley of convulsions, dislocation, and even despair, our people's resilience, fortitude, and fresh hope was summoned in aid of recovery and rebuilding. As we climb out of this treacherous valley onto the mountain of achievement, the evidence of much better times is at hand. This year, 2022, the economy will grow by 5%. Next year, 2023, economic growth is projected at 6%, and in 2024, economic growth of 4.8% is forecast. Our material well-being is on the mend. Before our very eyes, advances are being made in vital areas such as agriculture and fisheries, hotel development, the construction of a modern port, sea defenses and river defenses, school rehabilitation and construction, the building of a modern hospital, housing and community amenities, roads and bridges, renewable energy, telecommunications and water, the creative arts, sports and recreation, strengthening democracy, good governance, and the judicial system, and regional integration. The government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines are now at a time of respite, an embrace of fresh hope, after a period of immense difficulties for our nation. This fresh hope is conjoined with an abiding faith made manifest in works and an unbreakable love for our country, a love that looks on tempests and is never shaken. In all this, the following will see us to victory: our resilience, our existential spirit to triumph over seemingly impossible odds, our hard and smart works, our strength of commitment to bedrock values of upliftment, and our reaffirmation that this nation is founded on the belief in the supremacy of God and the freedom and dignity of man and woman. Morning by morning new mercies we see. Great is his faithfulness. Happy 43rd anniversary of independence, SVG.
Greetings. I am Ron B. McIntosh, your Consul General. I sincerely wish you happy 43rd anniversary of independence. As I reminisce on our daunting past, of our early inhabitants, from the Arawaks to the Yellow Carib from the Orinoco Valley in South America, to the emergence of the Garifuna race, to their exile to Honduras, I must say that we as Vincentians are some of the most resilient people on the face of the earth. Something to be proud of. We stand here today to celebrate our independence.
Is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Good day all. To every Vincentian at home and in the diaspora, I want to wish you a safe, a progressive, and productive 43rd anniversary of independence. I do hope that you are experiencing the goodness, the generosity, and the graciousness of Almighty God as you celebrate your independence. My name is A. Nelson Samuel, and I represent the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Association of Massachusetts Incorporated for the past 5 years. President John F. Kennedy once remarked, "Don't ask what your country can do for you. Rather ask, what can you do for your country?" And Dr. King Jr. once remarked, "The world's most poignant question is, what are you doing for others?" The Apostle Paul declares that it is more blessed to give than to receive. In my opinion, there is no organization here in St. Vincent or in the diaspora which represents the ideology and philosophy of these great leaders than the Association of Massachusetts Incorporated. For the last few years, I have been involved in the association. Its priority has been the education of our nation's children. Each year, the association gives an annual bursary for each child, and this bursary is given to a student who enters secondary school at Form 1, and the bursary continues until the student writes the CAPE or A-level exam. Presently, there are 5 students participating in this initiative. There are 2 males and 3 females. 1 female has just graduated from the girls' high school and is presently at the community college. Two other females represent the Barley Secondary and the Sandy Bay Secondary Schools, respectively. The two males, one attends Boys Grammar School and the other Oakland Bay Secondary School, respectively. As I close, my request is to encourage especially residents in the Massachusetts area to become involved in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Association of Massachusetts Incorporated. It is doing a phenomenal job lighting the educational light of young people in St. Vincent, exposing them to a bigger, brighter, bolder future. The chorus of our national anthem says, and you can join me, whate'er the future brings, our faith will see us through, and may peace reign from shore to shore, and God bless and keep us true. God bless you, and God bless St. Vincent and the Grenadines and its citizens. Peace and love to you.
St. Vincent, my homeland,